Alright, this is SSL Family Dad with Simple Sustainable Living, and today we're planting an indoor herb garden. For those of you guys who've been following along with the channel, you see that we just recently built this LED indoor grow shelf, which has been a pretty cool little project. It's nice to have down here, and we're ready to get some plants planted in here. So we're going to do an indoor herb garden. It's January in Michigan. It's too early to really start starting seeds for our outdoor gardens yet. There are a few things we could probably get started next month, but this is going to be kind of a year-round thing. We're going to keep an indoor garden growing down here. So we've got the LED shelf all ready to go, and I've picked out a few different herbs that we're going to be planting today. 8 different herbs, or actually 7 different herbs, and a double of one of them. So if you've been following us for a while, you'll know that we use almost all M.I. Gardener seeds. M.I. Gardener is actually a YouTuber here in Michigan. He doesn't live too far from us, and we've partnered with him to, this is where we get all of our seeds from, and he offered us a discount to his seed store and a promotion through our channel to you guys. I'll put a link in the description to his seed store. Awesome seeds, great germination rates. I've had really good luck with them. Last year was our first year using almost all of his seeds. They're only 99 cents a packet. You really can't beat it. And if you use the link in the description, you actually get 10% off as well. So now's a good time. He does sell through a lot of seeds. He's got a lot of great stuff on his site, a lot of more rare stuff you're not going to find around your local places, and it's just, they're super cheap. So now's the time to get in there and get everything. I have seen him go out of stock on a few of the more rare stuff when it comes closer to gardening season, so jump in and get your seeds early. But this is what we're going to be using, almost all of the M.I. Gardener seeds, and then a few of the dollar store seeds that I got on sale for like 20 cents a packet or something. They were on sale. So I'll take you through the other things that we've selected to kind of grow year-round as our indoor herb garden. First one, thyme, we're going to be using. I have not had too much experience with growing thyme, but I'm sure we can use it in different cooking and other things. Oregano, this is one that we just can't grow enough of. Oregano we use in our homemade taco seasoning, as well as making pizzas, homemade pizzas and things like that. We use a lot of oregano, so it'll be nice to have this growing down here so we can take branches of it and dry it out or use it fresh. Parsley, another one that we will be using. We use this in soups and things, as well as it's good garnish. Sage, another one that we don't have a lot of experience growing, and we actually don't use very often, but we're hoping we'll try it out in a few dishes. It looks like he has listed here that's good with veal, duck, lamb, meatloaf, stew, and chowders, so we'll give this a try. Basil, another one like oregano that we use a lot of. We can make our homemade spaghetti sauces and things like that. This is a good one to have growing in here all the time. Basil is also really great with eggs and just a lot of other recipes, so this will be a nice one to have inside year-round. Cilantro, every now and then I get the itch to make some salsa and other things, so cilantro is great to have ready to go. Cilantro does go pretty tall though, so probably have to move this outside after a few months, or unless I just keep chopping it down. But cilantro is a taller growing plant, so I'm not sure this will go as a year-round indoor herb, but definitely something we can get started now. Rosemary, I talked about, I've got the 2 different packets here. These are both cheaper seeds, but I'm going to give these a shot. I don't have an M.I. Gardener one of these, unfortunately, yet for this year. But rosemary is one that we do use a lot. We garnish potatoes and other things in recipes with fresh rosemary. Great to have growing in the winter. And it's another one that it grows really slow. So it'll be nice to have this in here and just kind of let it grow. I will probably plant a couple pots of this just because it does grow slower, and then I can move one outside if we need to. So I am going to be using these little peat pots to get everything started. I really like these, especially for transplanting out in the garden, but what I'll probably do is I'll probably let these actually grow in here for quite some time until they start to biodegrade on me, and then I'll go ahead and put these into a regular size, larger pot. So probably something like maybe an 8-inch pot or something like that to let these kind of grow continually. And I've just filled up a bucket of some seed starting mix, and I'm surprised my wife actually said, "Did you buy soil?" I never buy soil, but everything's frozen outside right now, so I really didn't have a good way to mix up some good seed starting mix based on what I had available. So I did buy a a bit of organic seed starting stuff here. This is obviously a really good mix, nice and fluffy and light. Not a lot of nutrients in here though, so we will have to water this with our worm casting tea, or worm casting runoff, I guess you'd call it, from our indoor worm garden, to keep these plants healthy until we plant them into larger pots. But this will work great to get us started. I'm always looking for an easy way to label my seeds here, so let's just use this, make a couple little stakes. Alright, I'm going to wet this down before we plant here. For these real shallow ones, we'll just sprinkle a little extra potting soil on top. Never really had great luck with this pelleted seed, and so I'm gonna plant a couple of these around here. Just, this is old seed too, but hopefully up my odds of sprouting here. There's the reason they pelletize some of these is the seeds are pretty small. So especially if you're planting in a field or something, you know, you're putting it through a planter machine, you gotta have them pelletized. But for this, we're okay. So we've got some good MI Gardener seeds planted in here, and we've got some of the cheapos, the dollar store ones. We'll see what the germination rates are of everything and how well our LED grow lights work. So I am going to be using a heat mat here. These I have had very good luck with. They really increase the germination rate, and so this just warms up and creates that humidity in there, keeps everything nice and moist and watered. I've put extra water in this tray, and so I shouldn't need to water these again until plants start growing and I take the top off. So go ahead and slide this in here and get everything plugged in. Well, that looks pretty good. Looks like we'll have some indoor herbs growing here in no time at all. So I know some of these herb seeds, they do take a little bit longer to germinate. I've seen as long as 4 weeks before you see anything, like on rosemary and stuff sometimes. But oregano I know will pop up a little quicker than some of the other ones. So I'm always excited to see that first sprout come up. And I'm going to take you guys along for kind of the whole growing series on this grow shelf. So what I may do is as everything starts to sprout, I'm able to take this clear lid off. I may just move the whole tray up a little bit closer to the lights, put some things underneath it, and then as things grow up, I'll just move it down. Once all these get started, I will also separate them off into their own shelves and give them a little more room to grow. So I've got 3 of the LED light shelves set up here, so this should be plenty of space to grow 8 of our favorite herbs here inside. So always like doing things inside. I love growing inside in the wintertime. I just can't wait to get out gardening, and so this is my way of getting the gardening fix throughout the year, and also providing some fresh herbs for us for cooking, which I think will be handy. So we'll see how things grow. I'll take you guys along for the series here, and we'll do a checkup in about 30 days and see how well things are doing, and we'll keep you guys updated on the indoor grow shelf. So let me know what you guys think. As always, guys, thumbs up on the video. It makes a huge difference for us. And subscribe if you want to follow along and see the progress of the indoor herb garden here. I'd love to hear from you guys. Comments down below, hear what you think. So, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good one.